Hello everyone and welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read. My name is Clemens and with me today is Joaquin.
What is up?
And Julius.
Hey.
And today we have a WikiHow article, How to Act Like You're Possessed, something for your everyday needs.
Well, truth be told, I was actually looking for this.
Yeah, you came to us with a problem yesterday. You wanted to act like you were possessed.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually really important.
Is there a reason why? Is it for a special someone?
Well, yeah, actually, there's this girl I like, and I think if she thinks that I'm possessed, then maybe she will go on a date with me. Now, don't ask me how I got to that conclusion.
Yeah, was this the girl from your internship?
Yeah, of course. Let's just say it's what my intuition tells me, and my intuition is always right. So
yeah, you told us that she was like a goth girl, like a traditional goth girl.
Beautiful.
She loves horror movies. Like, you talked to her a couple times. You told us she loves horror movies. It's like, if I act like I'm possessed, she'll like me.
Yeah, she's like a sweet goth, whatever. I think her name was Samantha something. So anyway, I've actually been looking for this. I'm really happy that we found this.
How to act like you're possessed. Whether you want to pretend to be possessed as a part of a Halloween costume or you simply want to pull a disturbing prank on your friends and family. You can learn to act the part fairly easily by following a few behavior and personality guidelines. Pair your new behavior modifications with some convincing makeup tricks and you'll soon be able to appear realistically possessed without difficulty.
Modifications, okay.
Yeah. I go to Nexus mods and download the IRL possessed mod.
I'm gonna become fitter and happier. And more possessed.
Okay. Starting with method 1. Exhibiting sudden personality changes. Step 1. Become withdrawn, quiet, and defensive. One of the most telltale signs of demonic possession is a sudden change in personality. A usually happy and social person might become quiet and withdrawn, followed by negativity and hostility. Be very quiet and only speak when you are spoken to. Reply in a monotone, emotionless voice and act defensively when you are asked any questions about your behavior. You can also mimic people in a sarcastic voice when they talk to you, repeating whatever they say in an eerie tone before abruptly walking away. So, step 1.
That's a good... So you should totally do that.
Yeah, I think that, but the thing is, that's how I already act, so I don't know if this necessarily works. Like, what do I do if that's already how I behave normally?
Well, maybe that's because you're a little bit advanced and you're ready for step number 2.
A second step, show a lack of interest in all of your hobbies. Appear listless at all times and don't visibly enjoy anything. When asked your opinion, or when friends and family try otherwise draw you into a conversation, respond with a sullen, "I don't care," and stare off into the distance. Yeah. Wait, like, do I need to have hobbies for that?
Maybe not.
Maybe because this is kind of implying that before and I had like hobbies and things I genuinely enjoyed doing. This is kind of hard to follow, honestly. Well, maybe I'm just I'm just advanced.
You have a hobby of
All the better.
reading and riffing bad media on the internet, so maybe try do that without joy.
Well, but I don't enjoy that. I only do that to take other people down, of course.
I'm only doing this for the money.
Yeah. Well, but again, I guess I'm just 2 steps ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at
1,
step
2
3.
step. Great picture.
What's with this? His lips are kind of weird.
Yeah. WikiHow always has great pictures to provide to us. Develops sudden and violent verbal outbursts. Make angry, unexpected comments in the midst of a casual conversation or a quiet dinner. Have explosive, violent reactions to benign, random things. Make it seem like these comments and reactions are happening without your control.
Huh. Are you implying that isn't normal?
Look disoriented and confused after a sudden outburst. It should be over almost as quickly as it began, leaving everyone around you feeling jolted and confused.
Okay.
Project your voice loudly, give it a sharp edge, and speak more quickly than you normally would during these verbal outbursts. Twitch a bit, like you're experiencing muscle spasms.
That's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, do you do this, Julius?
I mean, not really.
I'm feeling conflicted about this article.
It's just
I'm liking the next picture.
Like it looks like that guy from the Incel versus Chad meme.
Yeah, it's the virgin walk. Literally,
The virgin walk.
looks just like him.
The virgin possessed boy versus I don't know.
The virgin possessed boy versus the Chad necromancer.
keep a blank, exhausted look on your face. Walk around in a sort of fugue state, almost like you're sleepwalking. Look exhausted and completely without energy, as though you haven't been sleeping well or eating enough. When someone does stop you or tries to get your attention, narrow your eyes a bit and stare at them wordlessly before returning to your blank, empty facial expression. Don't overdo it. You want to look exhausted and even a little bored. If you're too dramatic, it won't be believable. This is the first step you can overdo. The steps beforehand, there's no limit. But here, don't overdo it.
Because being possessed is such a believable thing.
Yeah, and if you overdo it, your mom will say, if you keep this look on your face, it will stick.
What if I was already born with that face?
I mean, so far that seems pretty easily, except maybe like the yelling at people part. I wouldn't enjoy doing that, but like other than that, sounds like I don't have to change so much. I think I'm well on my way.
But nothing is happening, so there
Okay.
has to be something.
So step 5, leave incriminating books and images lying around.
So
No, like
just
a
grab a bunch of pieces of
pentagram.
paper and draw pentagrams.
Just draw some pentagrams.
That's shit like that. That's only shit like edgy teenagers would do.
Yeah, like make some edgy vent drawings of your, I don't know, your warrior cats OC without bruised up or some shit.
Your wolf OC Shegra.
Place books about the occult and drawings of strange symbols in places where people will see them. Be seen tracing over a symbol on a piece of paper over and over again, as though you're in a trance until your pen tears through the paper. Look perplexed by this. So, maybe I'm thinking about this, Clemens, should I? What if I drew a bunch of, like, Sandmans on the wall?
Oh. When your neighbor will commit you to the nearest insane asylum. So...
I mean, which would make my possession more believable, I think? I'm not sure.
I mean, the only
but then again, like, being possessed by the Sandman sounds kind of lame, to be honest. I don't think she would be into that.
Yeah, the only time I really, draw pentagrams is when I try to summon a succubus.
Keep these incidents to a minimum. Maybe 1 or 2 instances. If your room is suddenly littered with crystals, tarot cards, and other occult tools, it won't be quite as believable. I mean, crystals and tarot cards, I wouldn't really associate these with being possessed. I think people will just think you're like a quack. Such incidents will plant the idea in the minds of your friends and family that something very sinister is going on with you. And it won't be so over the top that it reveals your ruse.
I don't know, for some reason I highly doubt that.
I mean, but isn't this supposed to be like, theoretically, isn't this supposed to be a prank or something? Like, because if I just wanted to prank my friends and family, would I really want them to believe that I'm like a real Satanist or something? I don't know.
I mean, I would just do the usual way, dress up in a costume and act like you're possessed.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably just cosplay as the girl from The Ring. Cause I know you do have like super long hair, so you could probably pull that off.
Yeah.
You just have to be really flexible and walk on your I can't.
Yeah, then I don't think that would work. I think that's where it would I think that's where it would fall apart. So I guess on to step 6.
Yeah, and I'm gonna dox John here because that picture is of John having his Joker moment.
That's when he heard about the cum drop.
That's when that's his first experience of learning the existence of Thug Door.
Yeah.
Do unnerving things in public. Okay. Sit in a chair facing the wall and laugh hysterically to yourself. Be seen having furtive conversations with no one. In dark corners. Rock back and forth catatonically while repeating a phrase under your breath. Hiss at people suddenly as you walk by them.
Okay. Become a human snake.
This is another area in which you don't have to overdo it to be believable. Start with an isolated incident and have them grow more frequent and weirder as time goes by.
How long exactly am I going to play this game?
You also want to avoid being too dramatic with these incidents because it might get you into trouble at school or work. This takes all the fun out of your prank.
I mean, but I'm trying to make people legitimately believe that I'm possessed, or at least acting like I'm possessed. Like, at some point, I gotta be in trouble, right? Like, what exactly is the end game of this prank?
To get exorcised.
I guess so.
You bring the exorcist to the school, and then as he's about to perform it, he's like, "Ha! It was a prank all along. You insolent fools, I'm not possessed."
So the second method is just using makeup to look possessed, and it's not really that interesting. The pictures are all of the guy putting on makeup, and then at the end he kind of looks like a Tim Burton character. And I guess he also paints over his fingernails with like a pencil. At least that's what it looks like. Oh no, wait. It says pat black eyeshadow under your fingernails and around your nail beds. That's supposed to make your fingertips look dirty? Okay. Well, anyway, on to method 3.
So, just to summarize method 2, if you want to impress the cute goth girl at your internship, don't look dirty. So, maybe that's a good idea that we skip method 2. So, method...
I mean, but I think it could be beneficial to look like a Tim Burton character, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe just skip the fingernail part.
Method 3. Displaying physical disturbances. Tip 1. Wake up screaming. Frequent nightmares are an ever common sign of demonic possession, so pretend to have them fairly consistently. Scream unintelligibly and thrash around so that you will look unkempt and sweaty when someone when someone inevitably comes to check on you. Open your eyes as wide as you can and make sure your facial expression shows you that you are terrified.
The guy in the picture is sure looking terrified.
I think he's terrified because he's looking at that huge tent he just pitched.
Yeah.
When asked about the nature of your nightmares, get upset and shake your head hysterically, as though you can't even fathom verbalizing what you've seen. The most effective time to do this is between midnight and around 2 a.m. Others in the house won't be deeply asleep yet, so they'll be easier to wake and more on edge when they do.
It'd probably make more sense to do it at 3 a.m., because that's when all the evil stuff happens.
Yeah. Maybe you should call yourself at 3 a.m. You should try to call yourself and then, have a conversation with your evil side. Or something. I don't know.
FaceTiming my evil self at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I think that's a video J Station did before.
Julius. I'm sure he did.
No, he did.
Okay, 2. Practice yoga, strength and flexibility training. Possessed people are often depicted in popular cinema as being able to contort their bodies. It is also common for them to display superhuman strength. You can increase your strength and flexibility through yoga, light stretching, and weight training. Gee, that sounds like a bit much for pulling like a stupid prank on my family, to be honest.
But it's good advice in general, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, imagine actually getting healthy. Not because you wanted to get healthy, but specifically because you wanted your friends and family to think you're possessed. Well, I guess at least this addresses my personal problem because I'm not flexible at all. So, guess I should get that yoga training going. Arrange yourself in contorted-looking positions after your nightmares. Maintain a completely straight face. To prevent injury, stretch your muscles out in private before attempting a contortion incident. Keep your contortions simple. It won't take much on your part to unnerve the person that witnesses this.
Yeah. Oh geez. What a great picture.
Yeah.
Act catatonic and go long periods without blinking. When others attempt to talk to you or move you, remain silent. Keep your body rigid and your eyes unfocused. Make it difficult for anyone to physically move you while you're catatonic. Pretend to black out. Once you snap out of it, act as though nothing happened. Argue defensively with anyone who wants to talk about it. Show signs of memory loss around others, and hint that you've been losing stretches of time. I don't really know what to say about that one. Although, I would say long periods without blinking, I could never do that. That would obviously irritate your eyes a lot.
I don't think the body would even allow it. It would just blink for you, I guess. When you try to avoid
At
it.
some point you would blink unless you literally are possessed. For real.
Step 4. Practice rolling your eyes so that only the whites show. Keep your head facing forward, then look up as far as you can using only your eyes. Don't move your head. Move your eyes upward until you can't move them any further, then lower your eyelids slightly to hide whatever is left of your iris. Make sure you aren't completely closing your eyes when you do this. Practice getting it right with a camera on your phone. Take videos and stills. Some people find it helpful to close their eyes first. Close your eyes, look up at the ceiling with your eyes still closed, then open your eyes while still looking upward.
Yeah, no, this isn't really for me. This feels really bad. So, step 5 is rehearse extreme facial contortions and paint expressions. Exorcists say that possessed people often contort their faces in extreme frightening ways. Of course, if exorcists say that real possessed people, which people certainly do get possessed for real, do that, then they must be right. Their facial expressions also communicate that they are in pain. Sit in front of a mirror and practice contorted and paint facial expressions. Once you get a few choice facial expressions down, use them after your nightmares and other weird incidents that you've staged. If possible, use props to enhance your contortions and expressions. The classic vomiting scene in the Exorcist movie is widely recognized, so it would be pretty hilarious to incorporate some thick pea soup into one of your incidents. Gee, now I gotta waste food for this. Also, that's a great picture.
Yeah. Do you ever practice contorting your face in the mirror?
That's basically how I made that Paw Patrol thumbnail.
Learn a new language or a few Latin phrases. In horror movies, possessed people often speak in Latin, but any foreign language will probably disturb your friends and family if you suddenly start speaking it. Wait, any foreign language?
I guess so.
Do you think Spanish could work?
Because probably. I guess foreigners are just scary.
Yeah, everyone's really afraid of French people. But if you don't have time to learn a new language, simply learn a few Latin phrases.
Okay, here's a little PSA. Julius Caesar actually pretended to be possessed because because they thought he spoke in Latin, they thought he was possessed, and so they stabbed him. So maybe don't overdo speaking in Latin.
Yeah.
A common phrase that the possessed use in horror movies is "Legio mihi nomen est, quia multi summis," which means "I am legion, for we are many." Even saying this in English will probably be extremely scary to others.
I am legion, for we are many.
So basically act
There I
like
did
the
it.
guy that was on my college campus every day just shouting this. I didn't find him scary. No one did. Be cautious about foreign languages if your loved ones study them. Wait. Okay. You don't want your sister announcing that your Latin has a very poor accent with bad grammar. I mean, what's the chances of your own sister knowing Latin? And if she does, he's like, you have a very poor accent. I know, because I know what Latin people used to sound like. I've heard them before. Somehow.
No, maybe
Yeah, just say this is what old Latin sounded like.
the sister is also trying to act possessed, so she has been studying Latin as well.
I mean, coincidentally, my sister actually has Latin in school.
Yeah, you might want
So
to
I
try a
guess I
different
should
language
avoid
then.
Latin, yeah.
Is it
Maybe
that?
ancient Greek or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Another option is simply incoherent babbling. So basically just talk like The Sims.
Yeah.
That could be scary, actually. If you go this route, try to make it sound like you are speaking another language by inserting pauses and using an inflection on some of your, quote, words.
So like The Sims, basically.
Yeah.
Step 7. Develop a creepy voice. In film, when a demon speaks through the possessed person, its voice is often very low, sinister, and a bit raspy. Play around with your voice to see what sorts of strange and frightening sounds you can make. Check out a few online instructional videos to increase your vocal range, particularly moving into deeper registers. Record yourself speaking in your creepy voice with your phone. Use an app to make your voice sound deeper and scarier. Then play the recording late at night or when you're around other people, because they won't notice that it comes out of your pocket instead of your mouth.
Yeah. Like, especially because most phones have such good audio quality when you're just using the internal speakers.
Yeah.
No one will notice that it's not actually coming from you.
You guys be currently talking.
Incorporate other vocalizations like wheezing, hissing, growling, and screaming. Use these sounds in between sentences or words.
Well, sounds easy enough. I think I can do that.
Yeah, basically like, oh, hello, hello everyone. Just
Basically like,
yeah.
just start singing Down with the Sickness in public. You're basically set.
Yeah.
Or like do like the... Or like make a live performance of Twist by Korn.
Oh, or just go the cool way, perform Limp Bizkit.
Okay, then we have a community Q&A.
Yeah, we got some interesting questions here.
Can I read the first one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, very first one. Are there any tips on how to act possessed by an evil doll? Instead of nightmares, keep the doll in your room and play loud thumping noises on your phone. When someone comes to check, stare at the doll. Stare at it often and give it a name. Write the name on things in a scratchy font. Pretend the doll is speaking through you. Practice a scary high-pitched voice to use.
Hey guys, it's me, Barbie!
Next question. Is there any way to get my friends to help me with this? Get one friend on it that whom you can trust and let them help you prank your other friends by spreading rumors about your possession.
Okay. And then, just coincidentally, someone asked, will this help me get a boyfriend? Probably not. If you're trying to put forth the impression that he's the only person who can exorcise you, you're essentially being abusive, and if he's smart, he'll just walk away before getting into a relationship with someone like you. On the other hand, if he likes you better possessed than not, he's not the right one in that situation either. The only situation I could really see is if your crush is into acting and you reveal your well-done ruse at the end, then he might be impressed and want to go out with you. Well, guys, I guess I've been wrong. I guess I've been on the wrong track all this time.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
Yeah, there are 320 sane people who thought this was helpful and 83 insane people who somehow see this answer and are like, not helpful, act possessed, go get him.
Well, on the other hand, what if it did work?
I don't know. You want to try it?
I mean, it can't hurt, right?
All right. I mean, you told us that you are going to your internship today, and you will be senior most likely. So, just let us know how it went.
Yeah, I just need to practice some Latin phrases.
Yeah. All right, man. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
And then right here, we'll cut to next day. All right, everyone. We're back. It is the next day. Julius, how did it go?
I can confirm we're basically married now.
Oh, nice.
So, let this be a lesson, everyone. Acting possessed around your potential, around your crush, totally gets them on a date with you.
Yeah. Also, there's warnings right here. People may think that you have a mental illness, such as depression, losing interest in favorite things, seeming empty inside, or a disability such as autism, which may involve rocking and repeating words or phrases. I mean, okay. I mean, autism affects people who have it differently. It's different for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the thing is...
I am autistic. I am on the spectrum, but I've never acted like this before, so maybe I'm not really autistic. Maybe I need to act possessed.
Maybe the thing with this is, wouldn't that be like, if someone acted like was described in this, wouldn't this be like the first instinct of everyone around them? Like that they have some kind of mental illness before they actually believe they're possessed?
Usually, yeah.
Like, I don't know, man, maybe this is just not a good idea all around.
Oh, take a look at the second one. If anyone wants to read the second one.
Yeah. Anybody in their right mind will know to drop the act after a while. Since,
Really?
to be honest, it would be your fault if you didn't have enough common sense to drop the act.
Well,
I mean, again, like, outside of the joke, what am I actually trying to achieve with this?
I mean, you got a goth girlfriend.
I guess so.
Or wife, since you're already married.
Yeah.
Maybe she saw through it. She knew that, oh, this guy's trying to be possessed.
Yeah, maybe she was just so impressed with my acting skills.
So, we have our Discord and Tumblr link down below. Use the Discord to possess a request in our way, and don't use the YouTube
Don't
comments
interact
for
with
this.
others we cover.
Yeah, don't go to the community Q&A here, because you can ask us in the comments, and we are now the experts on how to act possessed, so we'll help you out.
Yeah. And remember, if you do not like, then do not read.
Peace out.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.